At 4:50 in the morning an hour, no normal human being should ever have to exist in me, was jolted awake by a violent, angry pounding on my front door. I thought it was a dream at first. The kind where you're trapped in your bed and something loud keeps dragging you out of sleep. But the pounding kept going, louder, faster, and way too real to ignore. Then came a voice I recognized instantly, even half asleep. Marcia, the HOA president, the queen of unnecessary drama. The woman who believed every problem in the neighborhood, real or imaginary, required her immediate intervention. And now, apparently, that intervention was happening before 5 a.m., I rolled out of bed, swearing under my breath as I shuffled to the door in the dark. I wasn't dressed, I wasn't awake, and I definitely wasn't prepared to deal with HER of all people. The pounding got even louder. "Open up. This is urgent HOA business," she screeched. If there was ever a moment I thought I might go to jail for losing my temper, it was right then. When I swung open the door, Marcia was already halfway up my porch steps, wearing her neon yellow HOA windbreaker and holding a clipboard against her chest like it was a presidential decree. Behind her stood two board members, blinking like raccoons caught in headlights. One of them was still wearing slippers. She didn't greet me. She didn't apologize for waking me up at an hour when even the sun refuses to exist. She didn't even breathe before launching into her accusation. "Your lease expired yesterday," she declared. "You are now occupying this home illegally. We are here to issue an immediate removal notice." I stared at her, stunned, trying to figure out if I was still dreaming. "My lease," I repeated. "Yes," she snapped, tapping her clipboard. "Our records show you are not the legal owner of this property. The previous owner never notified us of a sale. Therefore, your lease has ended, and you are in violation of multiple HOA residency clauses." I felt my confusion melt into disbelief, fanned then into a hot, boiling anger. "Marcia," I said slowly, "I don't have a lease. I bought this house 3 years ago." She smirked. The kind of smirk that could ruin your whole week. "Well, that's incorrect. Because according to the HOA database, you are a tenant. And since you haven't renewed your lease, we are authorized to begin eviction proceedings." I blinked at her. "What database?" "I submitted the deed when I moved in. We never received it." She snapped. "That means it doesn't exist." I'm convinced that if Marcia ever became a judge, 90% of the country would be wrongly imprisoned. I took a sharp breath and tried to keep my voice steady. "Marcia, you are wrong. I own this house. I have the deed, the mortgage statements, the property tax receipts." She cut me off by waving her hand dismissively. "Documents can be fabricated. Anyone with a printer can create fake paperwork." My jaw dropped. "You think I forged property tax records?" She shrugged like it was obvious. The board members exchanged nervous glances. Even they knew she was insane. Then she tried to push past me. "Step aside," she ordered. "We will be entering the home to verify occupancy." "No," I said firmly, blocking her path. "You're not coming inside." "This is HOA business," she insisted. "This is my home," I shot back. "And you're trespassing." Her face twisted in outrage. "Refusing an HOA inspection is a serious violation. If you have nothing to hide, then you shouldn't mind us verifying the truth. You can verify the truth by looking up county property records online," I snapped. "It's public information." She scoffed, actually scoffed. "We don't rely on county data. We rely on HOA records." "That explains a lot," I muttered. Marcia lifted her clipboard like she was about to write me a speeding ticket. "Given your refusal to cooperate, I'm issuing a notice of removal." "It's 5 in the morning," I said. "You can't issue anything. You can issue HOA notices at any time. Not on my property, you can't." At that point, she stuck a bright orange sticker on my front door. A huge one. The kind they use on condemned buildings. "This marks the property as unregistered. Failure to vacate will result in forced removal." I took a deep breath, trying not to rip her clipboard away and break it over her knee. "Marcia," I said, "I suggest you leave before you get yourself into serious trouble." "Oh, I'm not going anywhere," she said. "The HOA has full authority here." "No, you don't," I replied, "and I'm about to prove it." I turned around, walked into the house, grabbed my phone, and opened the county property appraiser's website. I scrolled, found my address, and walked right back outside with the screen facing her. There, I said. My name. On the deed. Purchased 3 years ago. Recorded, verified, public record. She didn't even look at the screen. She literally turned her head away like a toddler refusing vegetables. HOA records supersede county records, she insisted. I stared at her. That's not even remotely how anything works. It is how OUR community operates, she said proudly. We do things differently here. The board members looked like they wanted to melt into the ground. That's when I said it. Fine, if you don't want to believe me, I'll call someone who will. I dialed the county sheriff's non-emergency line, explained the situation, and within 15 minutes, still before sunrise, mind you, a deputy pulled up in front of my house. Marcia puffed up like she was about to get me arrested. Officer, thank goodness you're here, she said, marching toward him. This man is illegally occupying a home in our community. We need him removed. The deputy looked at her like she was speaking Martian. Ma'am, this is his house, she gasped. No, it's not. Our database says. The deputy held up a hand. Ma'am, county records show he's the legal owner. End of discussion. But the HOA does not override the county, he said firmly. You have no authority to evict a homeowner. And you definitely have no authority to enter his home uninvited. Marcia's face turned the color of spoiled yogurt. Our policies don't matter here, the deputy said. If you continue harassing this homeowner, we will take action. The board members suddenly found excuses to leave. One pretended to get a phone call. The other pretended to notice his slippers. Marcia stood frozen, clutching her clipboard like it was her emotional support animal. The deputy turned to me. Do you want to press trespassing charges? I looked at her. I won't lie, considered it hard. But I shook my head. Not today. The deputy nodded and left. Marcia, humiliated, slowly peeled her eviction sticker off my door. I didn't say a word. I just watched her struggle with it for a full minute before she finally ripped it off in pieces and slunk down the driveway. As she reached the sidewalk, I called out, Hey, Marcia! She stopped. Next time you need to wake me up before dawn, at least bring coffee. The look she gave me could have melted paint. She marched away without a word, and I went back inside, made myself a strong cup of coffee, and laughed for a solid 10 minutes. Because only in HOA land could someone try to evict the homeowner from his own house and still think she was right.